Well, greetings everyone. This will be the first video for my channel, Drummer Dad. Basically, what we're going to be talking about is, well, I'm a drummer and I'm a dad, so yeah, there's pretty much what we're looking at: drum stuff and dad stuff. Different talks about, support I may need as a dad, support I may be able to give as a dad. And then as a drummer, be doing drum covers and probably, just a bunch of different stuff, talks, opinions, just, see what I can end up piecing together. So that's pretty much about it. I want to try to keep, I get kind of a weird sense of humor here and there, I guess, but I want to definitely make sure that we keep everything in a nice civil manner. I don't, my idea for the channel ultimately is to have an open forum for everybody to speak on, the topics that I'm creating, which, like I said, it's going to be mostly drums and, dad type stuff. But I mean, definitely I'd be willing to take any kind of, advice, requests, or whatever to see what we go. I kind of want to get going, like, especially on the dad side of things, a little bit of like a public forum type support group through the comments of just for all of us as dads, and look around out in the world today. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. There's a lot of things that children need to navigate through these days that they didn't before, especially with technology the way it is, the internet, and just things that out there to be aware of. So it's pretty much going to be stuff like that, and like I said, drum stuff. I actually got a drum cover I've already done. I'm going to be uploading, and I have actually a first little kind of idea for our first talk too. So I have something for the drum side and for the dad side right off the bat to start with, and we'll go from there. So also, as an introduction, just as an introduction, as it is currently right now, I'll probably be making a video to let everyone know when I've fixed it. But the way that my drums are set up, I'm using something called drum splitters. I'm not trying to say anything good, bad, or ugly about them. I'm just quite simply saying, because that's what I'm using, to get some extra cymbals on my kit. But for some reason, they don't trigger all the time. So my splash cymbal, around here, one of those over here, then my crash number 3 over the CY8 above my ride, neither one of them trigger completely the way that they should. Sometimes they don't trigger. Actually, the kit that I'm using is a TD4KP, and I upgraded the module to a TD11. So I'm actually going to be getting into using something other than drum splitters. I'm going to actually use both modules at the same time. I'm going to run the TD4 into the TD11, and I might even do a video on how to set that up at some point for anyone who's ever upgraded their module and still has an old module lying around, different things like that. Because like I said, I'm not trying to say drum splitters are bad. It's what it is I'm probably just bad at dialing them in properly, because you got to mess with like the pad sensitivity and the rim gain and just a lot of different stuff to dial them in properly, and I'm just not quite there with it. So and like I said, I got the TD4 module still hooked onto my kit, just doing nothing, so I might as well make use with that and use that as my expansion point. So at some point I'm going to be messing with that, just for right now. Especially for drum videos that you're seeing, if you see me hit a cymbal and then it's not playing, that's what's happening. I actually have an idea to go back in and remix, because the thing is I don't ever want to make a drum video cover or anything that's been pieced together and edited. Whatever I play, I want to start recording in the beginning and put stop at the end, and if there's a mistake or two here and there, then that's on me whether or not I want to re-record the whole song or not. But I definitely don't want to get into doing anything other than just a whole recording. But I had toyed around with the idea of adding in, you know, the cymbal sounds, because it's, and I'm also not trying to say anything bad about guys who do that. I'm just, for myself, the way that I do things, I don't want to, if I'm going to do a song, I'm going to try to play that song from start to finish, and, you know, whatever happens there happens. But, for the cymbals, like I said, I was kind of telling myself, well, you know, if I, you know, get a recording of me just playing my splash, get a recording of me playing my Crash 3, and then I could just, you know, whenever the misfire happens, I could just lay that into the track. It's not cheating, it's just, it's probably ultimately more laziness on my part, because that's, you know, I'm not the best at music mixing, so, you know, sometimes I spend a while just to sync the music and the drums together, and, you know, it just, that alone, just syncing the two tracks to meet where they should sometimes can be, you know, the mind-numbing. So, having to do it a bunch of times for the you know, crash or the splash not playing properly is a little much for me. But, you know, I don't know. At some point, I may try to edit that in just to better my ability at music mixing and all that. And because, you know. But then again, like I said, on the other side of the coin, I'm going to be, you know, setting up the other brain anyway, so it really doesn't matter, I guess, in that sense. But it, other than an educational experience, I guess, which is what I was getting at originally. But anyway, like I said, this is, it's funny because I don't know, I'm looking at my camera here, and you guys are probably going to see a creepy video of some silhouette talking. I'm not sure. It looked like it was a lot brighter before I hit record, so I don't know. But anyway, like I said, we'll see. It's you know, this is going to be, like I said, the introduction video, and then on the dad talks, we're going to be, like I said, just talking about all kinds of stuff about, you know, being a dad, different things, different topics that I can think of, maybe different topics that people might think of in the comments that they bring up, and it's like, hey, dude, talk about this or that, and, you know, but yeah, ultimately, it's just how we can, you know, help out all of these kids growing up to help them, you know, just to live a happier life ultimately, because there's a lot of issues out there going on, and there's a lot of bad stuff out there for kids and online and in the media, just a lot of bad advice and bad examples. So, but anyway, like I said, this is just a quick little introduction, saying hi, introducing the channel, and you know, ultimately look forward to making comments and stuff with everybody. Have a good evening.